question is, I see someone related to me sinking, dropping, going down, losing something, harming himself or herself. What is the right action in such a situation? What is my responsibility? The lady asks, do I let the person sink, hit the rock bottom, and hope or assume that life will teach him, that he will learn by himself, that the shocks, the hurts will be a teacher, or do I intervene? Do I take matters in my hand and try to act, try to improve him, try to help him in whatever little way I can? That's the question. Is this a question that concerns at least some of us? Do at least some of us find ourselves often, or at least sometimes, in such a situation where the question of responsibility and right action becomes a challenge? To how many of us does this happen? Yes. So you see, this is not only our friend's question, this belongs to quite a few of us, probably to all of us. We listen to it as if we are the one who have asked. Every single one of us here is the questioner. Is that not so then? Yeah? Okay. The question has been asked assuming that the other person has the problem. Look at the question. The question says, the other person is going down. What do I do? Apparently, the one suffering, the one facing a crisis is the other person. Right? But who is asking the question? The question is being asked by us. Would there be a question had there not been any problem that we are facing? Is not every question a statement of an unresolved problem? We are at a loss to know the right action. We are divided as to what is our responsibility. Now, where really does the challenge lie? Immediate challenge. Is it about that one or is it about this one? Who is facing an immediate problem? Who is asking the question? This one. And what is the immediate problem that this one is facing? What is the problem? My brother is sinking. I do not know what to do. Hence, what is my problem? How to act. So first of all, it must be seen and humbly accepted that it is about us and not the other. Otherwise, the question does not have the authenticity of the self. Otherwise, it becomes a question about the world and not about ourselves. Otherwise, it becomes a question in charity. We are saying, oh, the rest of the world, they are going down. They do not know how to manage themselves. Now, what do? Had you known what to do, would you have asked this question? Asking this question itself shows that you are the one facing a problem. If you are the one facing a problem, then can your perception of the other be accurate? Now, it is my perception of the other that he is going down, that he is hurt, that he does not know what to do. But unless I am totally settled and composed and clear in my mind, will I really know what is happening to the other? I want to ask you, if I do not know what is going on in my own mind, if I do not know what really is happening in my own life, Will I ever know what is happening? You know what I mean to say? In the other's life?
Life of another, yeah.
Yeah. Will I ever know? But we assume that we know, don't we? These eyes always look outwards, towards somebody else, and they say, the problem lies there. And we have nice intentions. It is not as if we are deliberately doing this to feel superior. The intentions are good. The intentions are charitable. We want to help. But please see that all religions, all cultures, all ages, all people, all families, all parents, all schools, all churches, all institutions have taught man to help the other. Have they not?
Yeah.
And apparently so many people are trying to help the other. The result of this help is a world that does not seem to be doing too well. Or is it? Everyone is trying to help the other without first seeing that he himself is in need of help, and he ought to be the first who must be taken care of. My role here as the speaker is not really to just answer your questions, because if I answer your questions, I am believing in your questions. To believe in your questions is to believe in the state of mind they come from. If I just take your questions at face value, then I am validating the self from where they emanate, and that does us no good. My primary task is go to the root of question, see where the question is coming from. What is that central tendency which is giving birth to questions? We were talking about help. So we have a world where everybody has nice intentions. The intention is always to help. No parent ever wishes to harm his or her kid. Ever seen a mother who wants to actively harm her child? You won't find one. Yet you have children, and just too many of them, who have not been properly raised. No teacher ever wishes to do mischief, to harm the student. Yet we know how our schools and universities are performing, what their products are. Not in the material sense, they are doing quite well, they are knowledgeable, they are skilled, but in the psychological sense, in the sense of being loving, in the sense of being simple, in the sense of being free in the mind. Yes, and the intention is always to help. Now, does intention matter? How can intention matter when we do not know the mind in which the intention is arising? The mind is a tricky thing. In the East, it is said that even if you find the mind dead, just do not believe it too easily. The moment you turn your back to it, it will leap up to life. The mind says, I want to help you, never know where the tendency to help is arising from. The mind says, I am perceiving that the other one needs help. How do you know that the other one needs help? How do you really know? And unless you really know what you are, what your situation is, and what the situation of the other is, any action that you do will only lead to a furtherance of misery, a continuation of misery. There are tribals in many parts of the world, including India. And when the so-called civilized society looks at those tribals, it says, you know what, they are suffering. They don't know the mainstream languages, they don't have the mainstream education, they don't have the benefits of the products of science and technology, they don't have proper housing or any other infrastructure. We need to do something to help them. And you go to those people who have apparently been helped this way, you will find most of them crying. How do you know what is best for the other one? Do we really know what is best for us? How do we then know what is good or best for the other? Hence, the primary issue has to be self-observation. Because it is the self which in turn observes the world. Let me take a very rough example. It is not an exact example, yet it would suffice, it would indicate what I am trying to say. Let's say you are looking at the world through your glasses. You find the world dusty, hazy. Would you go with a wiper to clean the world? Or is it wise to first check your glasses? The glasses are not dangerous because they are easy to clean, because they are outside of us. In real life, what we are talking of is the very eyes. Even the eyes seem objective, they are stuff that can be cleaned, taken care of by a doctor. We are talking of something that no doctor can take care of. We are talking of the very mind. Self-observation is important, I repeat, because it is the self which in turn looks at the world. Have you not experienced that the world is different to you in different states of your mind? Do you look at this beach exactly the same way, whatever be your state of mind? The beach changes as you do. And apparently the beach is something outside of you which can have no real relation with you. Yet for you, the beach changes. You are walking on the beach and someone comes to you with terrific news. With news that give you maximum pleasure. After that event, every time you walk on the beach has a certain meaning for you. Contrast that with the situation where instead of terrific news, you receive terrible news while walking on the beach. Your phone rings and you hear something you do not want to hear. The beach will not be the same anymore. Would it be? Now, do we do something about the beach or do we do something about the mind? Does the beach need change? Yeah, we have to first look at this. The important thing is to look firstly at oneself. That happens to be a little difficult because, as we said a while back, all our senses open only towards the world. The ears hear what is coming to them from the outside. The eyes look at what is in front of them. The skin touches only something that is outside of itself. The mind thinks only of the stuff that this world is. If we let this continue, then that is lost to us, that is behind the eyes, behind the skin, behind the mind. Always looking there you feel as if nothing but all this exists. You become totally oblivious to that which is not there but somewhere else. Suffice it to say, not there. To help someone, you first need to have the right relationship with that person. And that need not be a person, that could be a mountain, that could be a bird, anything. But to really help is to be in a loving relationship. And you cannot be in a loving relationship until you are first internally settled. You have to first look at yourself. A man who is fighting a war within cannot be at peace with the world. Often we try to bring peace to the world even as we are embattled within. And this must be a thing of common observation. Divided within, in conflict within, how can you really be loving to the other? You may try to, your intention might be, but your intention will not suffice. And then you may blame luck. You may say, oh, I tried. Oh, my intention was good, yet it did not materialize. It cannot materialize. Love is not something that you can impose upon yourself. Love is not a matter of intention. Love is something about a peaceful mind. A mind that is in love with the truth. Unless the mind loves the truth, the person cannot love the neighbor. If the man does not love God, he will not be able to love his wife either. Too often we are just too worried about stuff that is outside of us. A Zen monk was sitting and talking and carrying a short staff in his hand. You know the staff that monks carry? Yeah? And even as he was talking, he was fidgeting with the staff. That is very uncommon for monks. The common perception is that a monk will sit pretty still. So one of the persons who was looking at the monk, he said, "Sir, why are you shaking the staff? Why are you playing with it? Why is it moving? Why is it not still?" The monk said, "I do not even know that this is happening this way. But do you see that your mind is fidgeting? But do you see that of all things you noticed only that which is moving and which is of no importance to you at all? You noticed that a particular thing outside of you, a particular person outside of you was making a movement, but you had no observation that had your mind been still, it would have paid no importance to the staff." Are you getting this? In saying all this, I am not saying, if it is not clear, that one does not need to help. But what I am saying is that all your desire to help would be of no avail unless you are first in a position to help. The amusing thing is, when you are in a position to help, then you help even without having the intention to help. Now you don't have any intention to help, your very presence is a help. The fact that you are is a help. And that's strange. On one hand, you have the man who desires to help and only ends up harming. On the other hand, you have the man who is so peaceful that otherness has vanished from his mind. Whatever he does is a help, and that help is effortless, that help is intentionless. He did not say that I will get up in the morning and perform 5 good deeds because that's what my religion commands me to do, or because that's what has been taught to me by the society, by morality. He does his own thing, he lives his own life, yet in just living his own life, indirectly, magically, he helps everybody. This also brings us to the issue of the right relationship between two human beings. Does one man have to actively try to interfere in the other's life even if to help? Is that how we must operate? Is that how you see existence operating? In existence, two things, two beings, two creatures hardly ever try to help each other. Yet all survive together, coexist, and there is a certain balance, a certain harmony, a certain rhythm. You can call it the music of being. It is there because everyone is settled within himself or herself. Peacefully, whatever you do would be good to the entire world. Now you need not think that you must act this way. Now even if you are accused of doing wrong to the world, yet you cannot do wrong to the world. You will be doing service to the world if you go left, and you will be doing service to the world even if you go right. Now it is not a matter of following protocols. Now it is not a matter of having a mind that divides, that says if I do this then I am helping, and if I do this then I am in business. No, not way, this way. Now, I said once that the sound of your footsteps is compassion. You are walking and that is compassion. You are eating and that is compassion. Eating, walking, living, breathing, you are compassionate. It is true that one must help, but please know that help that arises as a result of doership is nothing but ego. You are saying, I am the one who would help. You are saying you are in an inferior position, I am in a superior position, I may offer help. It sounds good. We have been trained to believe that this is a nice statement. I have more, you have less, I will offer you something. It does not operate this way. Who are you or this one to help? Real help comes from another source. That help cannot be sought. But yes, you can block it. And you block it by whatever you do. Your doership blocks that help. Which means that if you try to do help, you block it. And if you try to not to do help, you still block it. Because in both the situations, you are trying to do something. You say, I will be helpful. You have blocked real help. You say, no, I will not help. You have again blocked real help. If the world is in shambles today, Raka was mentioning to me that the climate here is no more the same as it used to be. Even the seasons seem to be changing. Climate change. It appears commonsensical that man has to do something to fight or prevent climate change. And all the do-gooders, all the well-wishers are trying to do something to prevent climate change. But I want to ask something simple, so simple that it appears almost embarrassing. Is climate change not a result of what we have already done? And if we are the same, please answer this. If we are the same, then the more we do, if we are the same, then the more we do, the more we perpetuate the problem, the more we aggravate the crisis, don't we? Don't we? Does the existence or even the earth need our help to do its own thing? Does the solution lie in doing something, or does the solution lie in seeing that your doing itself is the problem? Step back. If we could leave the earth to itself for just 2 years or 5 years, won't it simply take care of itself? Don't the rivers, the seas, the animals, the sands have an intrinsic intelligence of their own? Do they need man's intervention to exist? And if man would intervene, please see, he would intervene from his limited perspective. We are on the issue of helping, correcting. Whenever man would intervene, his perspective would be limited. And he is trying to take care of something that is unlimited. Using the limited, how can he take care of the unlimited? It's like this. Suppose someone does not know much about the body, but he knows a thing or two about the nails. Only about the nails. And he tries to do something to help the entire body. Will he succeed? Will he? He will cause problems that he has no idea of. You may correct one thing, you will end up creating 4 other problems because you have no knowledge of the totality. And the totality, by its definition, can never be contained in knowledge. You may know much, yet you will never know totally. So whenever you are dealing with the total, knowledge is of no help. In fact, knowledge is a problem. Intentions and desires are a problem because they make you feel as if you are entitled to act. They give you a false confidence. That confidence creates a lot of suffering. Yes? When you next are in that situation, for a moment, be with yourself. Be composed. Have faith and let that agency take care of you. Once you are alright, you will become empowered to take care of everything and everybody. Help will flow through you. It will not be about you helping the other. You have been helped, and in turn, help is reaching out to others via you. Then you would really be helping the other. Only the one who himself has been helped first can help the other. It's just that then you will not be able to take the credit. Often in the name of help, it is credit that tempts us so much. If we help the other, we can go and declare that I am the helper. You know what? I have been helping people. You know what? Social service and charity is what I have been into lately. When help will flow through it, then you will not be able to claim this credit. But what really is your intention? Claiming credit or really helping? If really helping is what you want, then what I have said is for you.